Your workout this weekend has plyo lunges, jabs, overhead carries, fast legs, and Russian twists. Right? Let's start very quickly with the plyos. It's a lunge and a plyo, followed by jabs. Get in position. Right side. Make sure you're moving. The hips are moving completely. Punch, pull, and then change your leg. Same thing again. Right? So that's your jabs. Right after that is overhead carry. Grab some weights. Tuck everything in. Roll your shoulders back. Overhead carry. Take the steps. Right? This is overhead carry. And you have different options on what you can carry. Right after this, take a little breather. Rest 30 seconds. And right after, we get into fast legs, which is get everything under control, moving in. Really fast legs. Alright. And then ending with our regular core workout, which is Russian twist. You can either do it with weights. Here, on the ground. Touch, touch. Your hand, or go a little up, twist. That concludes the sports workout. Plyo lunges. I know how we hate lunges, but this is a really, really good workout. Okay, so plyo lunges, the same concept of lunges, except it's fast. Again, the key is to not stomp on and be on the ground long enough. This is to build your speed and agility. Alright, this is a plyo lunge. Make sure when you do this lunge that the same principles of lunge, which are these, apply. Right? Back straight, everything straight. Except in plyo, what I'm going to demo to you, you go much faster. Ready? Tuck in. Waist in, lunge. You can go as low as you want and as fast as you want. So that was just a demo. You could feel my foot hitting the ground, and as you get better at this, you should try and reduce that. Alright, you want to stay on the ground as less as possible so that you can increase the speed. Demo it again. Plyo lunges. Alright, jab. Very interesting exercise. So you get foundation movement in kickboxing and any regular boxing. Okay, so the movement in jab involves the entire body, and the key concepts here is that when you hit a jab, you are hitting a jab from here, the back muscle. Your fist here is just transferring the movement. Right? The stance. Let's talk about the stance. Okay? The foot that is doing the leg at the hand that's doing the jab has to come in this forward. Right? The foot behind, actually if you notice, I'm on the ball of my foot. And this is my foot, this is the ball of my foot. So this is my regular stance. Roll back, shoulders tight, front foot forward, the ball of my foot. This is going to give me that spring movement. Right? Then, bring my shoulders closer to my body, protecting my face. The most important concept in boxing is don't hit your face. Right? Come here, protect your face. And then the jab movement comes in with the leg and the hand that's facing the opponent. Right? When you make a jab, using your entire body to pivot. It's not a movement, it's a boom. Okay? The movement comes from here and it loses your back muscle, right? And your shoulders, of course, but the shoulder is not doing all the work here. And as soon as you hit, you need to pull it back. Hit, pull it back, right? So this is jab. Okay, let me demo on this side, and then I'll switch the legs and you can see what happens, right? So the full jab movement, front foot forward, back foot backward, the balls of my foot, and springy, base, shoulders roll back, ready to go. In the defense position, jab. Showing you sideways, jab. And when I pull it all the way back to my face. There is no gap here. Pull, punch, punch. Right? Switching legs. The same thing happens. This fist here acts as defense. Okay? Ball of my foot. Leaning forward. Jab. Right? So this is your jab workout. Overhead carry. Excellent, amazing exercise for building your core strength and making sure all the alignment is, works properly in your body. Alright, so the most important thing is you will be taking weight overhead. When you take a weight overhead, you have this tendency of moving back and moving forward, and that's where your spine comes in. And also you realize that sometimes you're not as strong. So there are people who want to strengthen their cores and they want to avoid back pain. Any of those folks, this is an amazing, wonderful exercise for this. All right, so the first thing, when you do anything overhead, you have to make sure that your arms are straight up here, right? Not here, not overarching. You can see that this causes a lot of back strain. So you have to make sure that you tuck your pelvis in, brace your core, and then lift the weight up. Right. So in order to practice, you can actually raise your arms up overhead and start walking around. Get a sense of what it means to walk around. You can go slow, you can go faster, but either way, you have to make sure that there's no unnecessary movements in your body. Okay, let's start with weights. Overhead carries. If you have dumbbells, same thing. Raise them up. Make sure you're not slouching your shoulders forward. Again, everything rock solid and tucked in. Pelvic tuck, shoulders roll back, up. Now, when you start moving, make sure you're taking slow, deliberate steps. Okay? And you're keeping it nice and steady. Okay. If you have less weight and you're not finding this challenging enough, get into do something as heavy as a kettlebell. Raise it up. One arm. This also does the same function. Right? Balancing, making sure your side obliques and stuff are not acting up, and everything is nice and strong. Right? Building your core. You don't have this. Another option, weights. Same thing. Everything here strengthens your spine, your overhead movements, and gives you more control. You realize just by walking a little bit here how much of a workout I can get. The other thing you need to be careful is trying to make sure that you don't stretch out really far, and that compromises the movement. Alright? This is for your overhead workout. It's called fast legs, and it is used by football players and any of the players who have to run across the field, and they need to build their agility and speed. So this is a speed workout, and when you do this workout, make sure you are not stomping your foot. There is no need to stomp your foot. Your feet. Sorry. Okay. So the other thing to consider is that this is a light movement. Everything should happen fast, right? So let me demo this for you. So first thing, roll shoulders back, tuck pelvic in, core, Engage. Keep your knees soft. It's not a hard movement. Okay. Now start running on the spot. And it's called fast leg because it's fast at the same spot. Right? Ready? Go. You can see me tapping at the balls of my foot. And it's a very fast movement. It's not that kind of a movement. You're going to hurt your knees with that movement. You need to be fast and agile with as little time as on the ground as possible and fast. Okay. You can see everything is nice and tucked in. If you want to use your hands, definitely use your hands. And if you want to challenge yourself, you can go side to side. This movement builds your speed and agility. Imagine you're running from one side of the field to another. You want to go fast, so what you do. And if you want to challenge yourself and you want to make it a little bit more exciting, you can go side to side, front to back, or stay on the spot. This is a really good warm-up exercise for you. Okay? So this is your fast legs. So Russian twist. Russian twist. So work your core. So be very careful about your back. Alright? This movement can sometimes cause problems. So just make sure that you take care of the things. Alright. The movement starts actually from side to side. The side to side movement. And you have to make sure that your core is locked in. Okay, and there are options. Your feet can be on the ground, or you can lift it up and go side to side. Right? Make sure that your back is never compromised. It should be you brace your core, brace your back, completely come together like this, and then move side to side. Okay. You can go tapping, or you can use weights. Right? Use weights, same concept. As you can see, it gets a little complicated when you start moving the weights or hands. Or you have a cushion lying around, which also allows you to move side to side. Okay? Breathe in. Move this way. Okay, and raise up. This is your Russian twist.